This is a letter that I've written to my son. As cliche as this may sound, my heart burst with love and admiration the moment I laid my eyes upon you. It was like nothing I ever experienced before, and was only repeated when I saw your sister for the first time a couple years later. I cried. Tears of joy and a million other emotions swept over me. You were so perfect, and at the most innocent stage of life. You were ours to take home and care for, and help shape you into the person that you would become, the man you would become. Of course, every parent hopes that they do right in raising their children, however they decide to go about parenthood. Your mother and I talked at length about a question that neither of us could answer easily. It seems like everyone should have a simple answer to this question, but it escaped us. How do we raise a good person? How do we raise a good man? This sent me down a path that I was unknowingly already on. I had just not found the next step to take on the journey. I began asking myself, what makes a good man? The answer again was not as simple as it seems to be. Society will tell you that a good man is strong, courageous, does not express emotion, does not need help, is a protector of his property and loved ones. These are things that made up part of the man I have become. It was not until I began to question some of these traditions of societal masculinity that I realized these attributes didn't fit who I was or who I thought a good man was. Not that all these things are bad attributes to possess, but to only live within this limited scope of emotional spectrum is harmful to not just you as a man, but to the people around you as well. I'm not here to tell you that I'm going to stop you from being enveloped by societal manhood. I know that that is near impossibility. I'm already seeing it take its hold, and you are only 4. There are too many factors that play into this for me to have any control over. But maybe, just maybe, I can show you the things that I admire in the men that stand out to me as good men. I can give you the tools to face life with an openness it took me 3 decades to fully discover. I can show you that it's okay to express emotions. It's okay to cry. It's normal to be fearful of things. It's okay to talk about these things with other men. It's okay to be vulnerable. If I can show you how valuable these things are to living a full life, then maybe you will be living a full life far sooner than I started to. My hope for you when you go out into the world on your own is for you to see masculinity as it should be, and not the masked version society has showed you. Hopefully I can give you at least a glimpse of what that is. That strength and courage is not found on the athletic field or with physical dominance, but in the man that can cry at funeral of a loved one. I want to show you that a man can seek help from a friend or a professional when he needs it, in mind, body, and soul. I want to show you that real deep connection and friendship can be sought after and developed among 2 men. I want to show you that gender and sexuality should never be used to bring someone down. Again, I want the world for you, but also for you to know truly what a good man is. I'm not sure when you'll be reading this or fully understand what I'm trying to achieve in raising you. Maybe you read this halfway to adulthood at 10 and write it off as a silly thing Dad wrote. Then you may revisit it in your later teens and roll your eyes at my words. Maybe you'll read this in your 20s and realize that the last 2 times you read this, you were already on the journey to becoming the man you have become. Hopefully you will smile and know that you are a good man. Love, Dad.